Welcome back, guys, to the RDYUP League. I am your commentator, Lucy, and your streamer for this series of games. On this Sunday evening, we are still in the first week. So far, been quite a successful opening week here in the RDYUP League. And we hope to continue to bring you some exciting games. Tonight, we've got 3 games which involve Luxor Esports' academy team. They're going to be playing W. They're going to be playing within the team. But first off, they're going to be starting off against another UK-based team, 200 Knives. And on the ever so popular pick of Mirage. It's such a popular map these days, and so many teams do like to use this map realistically. If you are new here, do follow RDYUP on all of their social media accounts. Follow them on Twitter. You've got their website, the Twitch. All the links are down below if you do want to check out their stuff. But this should be a really interesting way to see how Luxor Esports really prepare and how they deal with their games, because Luxor, they've got to play 3 games consecutively tonight. They are all best of ones, but it's a fact you've got to play these 3 different games. Thank you to our observer Fraser for just shoving the map in our faces. But no, they're going to be starting off against 200 Knives, and I'm aware of both of these teams, or I've at least seen them both before. And how many people do you reckon are annoyed that we're going to be using, or at least watching a game here on Mirage? And get your predictions in chat of who you think is going to win. Such an annoying sound effect, realistically. How is everyone in chat doing? Welcome. I do want to get involved. And already a couple of people saying Luxor, they think are going to win this. I've seen both these teams play in some different online events before, so I am obviously aware of their presence. And oh no, people in chat are dabbing. People in chat are dabbing. Why? Why are you dabbing? We are just waiting on the last 200 Knives player to turn up. And you guys really love that dab emoji. Keep it up, and no, I don't know, I can't really say anything. Can't really say anything whatsoever. And I'm wondering why X-ray isn't working. You think you've got a dab to win? I don't really know. But now the rosters tonight for Luxor Esports will be consisting of Cole, Spud, Pandu, Nissan, and Ziez. And in their first game, actually, to be fair, Luxor, they've not played a single game so far in this tournament. I know that 200 Knives they've already played. They won 16-3 against Asterix early on Wednesday evening. So this is the second game involving 200 Knives. And I want to continue really that dominant and comfortable first game and try and get some points going, but realistically, looking at the scoreboard, or sorry, looking at the division table, Luxor Esports can realistically and theoretically go top tonight if they do win all 3 of their games. I think even if they won 2 with like a good round difference, they'd still have a good chance to go top. Our last player has connected, and hopefully we can get connected and all sorted and ready for this game in the RDYUP League. It is Luxor Esports going to be taking on 200 Knives in a couple minutes. I think we're all ready to go now in this game here in the RDYUP. Welcome back everyone to the RDYUP Amateur League. I am your Castle Louis 2K for this game between two of our prominent and powerful teams. It is Luxor Esports going to be taking on 200 Knives tonight on the ever so popular map of Mirage. It seems to be a map that's quite common with so many UK teams. Even up in the semi-pro second tier team, you see teams like Endpoint, CEX Esports and Buzzkill, all these different teams. They do like to go for the Mirage pick, and it's again evident even at this amateur level. Whether it's a case that it's a favourite map of all different teams, I don't know. But welcome up everyone. Hello Moshi Lamb. And no, I've not sang anything. I won't be singing either. My round finished. It looks to be... I'd go CT if I was... I didn't even actually see who won the knife round, but... No, don't worry. I'm not going to be singing. I'm not going to be quite putting you guys to all that pain just yet. I'm not going to be that hurtful to you. Come on. What would I sing? If I sang, what would I sing? I had to do someone donated something like £5 for me to sing Country Road on my live stream a couple months ago now. It was funny. Thank you, Miranda. I don't know what Miranda did, but they just thanked me in chat for whatever I did. Luxor Esports are going to be starting on the CT side then. Their first 3 games tonight, and they're going to be starting off against 200 Knives, who on the T side. Delayed start. And I think we've got technical issues yet again. Really not surprised that we're getting some tech issues here. Oh, You're Welcome for Mona is a song. I didn't know that. I don't know what that sort of music is. What I can tell you is if you are new here, you can visit the RDYUP GG website, RDY.GG. No, RDYUP.GG even. 200 Knives starting on the CT side. Luxor on the T side. I guess they had a change of pace of where they wanted to actually start. And we can't actually see the chat because I kindly got a little config which cancelled it. And I am just trying to keep you as entertained as I can. I don't know why there's this delay. Please blame the teams and not the people involved. Anyway, Luxor Esports will start this game on the T side. Their opponents on the CT side. The CT side will have a kit and a smoke in the hands of Nefkin. And Luxor Esports early on looking to favour towards this A site early on. 2 players in Palace. The remaining 3 players around the ramp, and instantly Alex is going to be the entry as he pushes out. Nefkin trying to find whatever he can, and we'll spot 2 players push out of Palace. The utility is great from Luxor Esports, but Nefkin can get 1 nice headshot as well, but they're overloading him. Alken will be there to support his teammate as well, but it's the CT presence which is so strong from 200 Knives. Spots could only get himself 1. It was a 1 versus 3. And maybe it was the fact that you guys dabbed that cost Luxor that round there. Either way, it is 200 Knives who will take the pistol round, and they are going to instantly invest in an MP5, a Scout, and a load more SMGs. Luxor in response are going to be sort of applying at least a little bit of pressure towards mid in AZ. But the B apartments control looking to be favoured by Luxor Esports at this point. EW is going to be the player trying to enter in at this stage. At this point, not going to be receiving any information, nor was he going to be giving up any information. There are 2 players who will have to look out for, Alken and Dak. One on short, and Alken might have made a little bit too much noise. EW was trying to peek, but eventually flicks to find Dakin as well. There's one more player down, which he has to look out for. And all of that, for now, is just going to be a little bait. 200 Knives now. It's time to commit to this B site on the defense. The mistake in itself as Luxor rotate towards the A site. EW will be left alone for now, trying to do whatever damage he can. One nice shot as Alkin will fall. But the pressure now being applied onto NFkin. He will spot one player, a little bit of damage done, and with EW dealt with, and the pressure now focusing for Luxor on the A site as Coles from underpass will dispatch of Haz. Luxor also haven't quite got the bomb down on site, and it's going to be so late here. Pebbles will push up, and the utility usage for Luxor is just not available to them. They've got no utility. Still though, they will get a bomb down. NFkin will find a headshot onto Spud. It is a 2 versus 2 at this stage. And now the Z's don't have to peek it whatsoever. 200 Knives, they are on site, and they are just trying to clean up all of these angles at this point. Pebbles is going to push, but they've missed him entirely. Coles, oh sorry, Alex is just going to be completely unaware. And this is going to be a mistake in itself, but bait is there. Shots firing. Pebbles tried to stick the defuse, but it wasn't there. And Alex just has to run away now. He's won around. Luxor Esports, they're going to tie it up in such a tense scenario only in round number 2. Hello to everyone in chat who said hi to me. Welcome. I did see you guys. Wardog and Colonel Weevil. Thank you for your support. So yeah, Luxor, they've won that. A successful eco round for them. And it will be a full AK buyout coming up for them this round. Again, Luxor just going to be holding a little default play. They've got the AKs. They won't want to lose these weapons at this point. UW is just going to be smoked off as Pebbles watches for any Palace presence. Cole's tapping away just to see if he can get anything towards B at this stage. Nothing going to be given away for either side. And still just tapping away. Luxor trying to get any information they can. It is EW looking to enter out. There was one player close, a player who he did spot entirely, and Luxor now just have to pause. The utility from the A ramp just too deadly to risk pushing into. Hello, guy called Zero. That's brilliant. Cole's just kind of saw that nade and he thought, you know what, I'm falling back off this. So Luxor now just playing it really tense and really carefully. They really don't want to make any mistakes early on. And now it's going to be a B hit, which they are going to be routing towards Dak. Just a nice little angle. We'll take down one. The trade from Luxor is there. 30 sections. And Luxor now trying to push out Alkin. He's trying to do what damage he can, but he's now going to rely on top mid. So there's a player nearby in Spud. Spud's going to be completely aware of this push from Alkan. Completely unnecessary. And Luxor Esports look to be heading towards round 2 as 200 Knives back away and hold on to what they have. Can everyone in chat say hi to Fraser? Everyone say hi to Fraser. He's our observer for today. Good little observer. And he'll hate me if I don't shout him out. Well, Luxor will take that. Not overcommitting it either, so they won't run into any of these remaining 200 Knives players. Another pause will be brought in the early stages. Yeah, exactly. Fraser's our own auto director, but a little more skilled, a little more powerful. He can do some nice stuff. Well, 2-1 to Luxor Esports. If you don't know already, Luxor have to play 3 games tonight in a row in this league. All different matches. They've got 3 different teams to play against. And I'm just going to be interested to see just how they're how all three of these games are going to affect them, not just mentally, but just physically. Will we see them sort of worn out after the first two maps? I don't know. Teams would normally be prepared to play 3 maps, normally in best of 3s, but these are all best of 1s. And I guess that's quite an interesting call actually for Luxor to say, you know what, can we play all these games on Sunday? But just you've got the time to do them. But what if you've got to do stuff like go out and work tomorrow? Because it's the case that these teams, they don't do this full time. They've all got to go out and make a living somehow. They've all got to earn money. Just so you guys know, in advance, the other 2 games after this will be the team against Luxor and W taking on Luxor as well in our later 2 games. I'd also actually be curious to see if Luxor played the same map 3 times in a row. Because that's quite a big call if you play 3 maps in a row. Do you make the call to stick to the same 3 maps throughout? Do you try and change it up? Do you try and avoid mistakes? Luxor, this time will be going for a default with their full utility buyout. Alcan, he wants that Zeus kill. No one from Luxor will be approaching him for now. Alcan now is opting to push, but I'm mistaken itself, Alex. We'll spot that player out, not to be confused with the semi-pro LDLC Alex player. Alex who plays for LDLC. EW tapping away. Trying to do damage, trying to find a player on stairs who is now going to back away. 200 knives. They've actually forced 3 players onto this A side here. It's a mistake in itself because Luxor, they're making their way onto the B side. Just slowly and surely clearing out the angles. Ever so carefully, ever so tense. There's going to be Coles looking to enter in with the entry player along with Spud. So let's see so far. Not too bad. I don't know if that Molotov was on purpose, but NF Ken has got such a good angle here. To be left alone on this site and this angle is actually quite critical. He can't do anything, however. Bomb will go on either way for Luxor. Now can still keep an eye on mid and can dispatch of Alex. Now 200 knives. They've got the man advantage to work with, but they don't necessarily have the weapons, and it is Luxor with these weapons who are just so far able to clean it out. 2 AKs left. 200 knives not going to be contributing to finding any last kills. Doesn't mean Luxor like that. We'll get a 3rd round on the board and a nice careful start. And it's really interesting just to see. I've watched so much CSGO at this level, and this is really pinpoint specific, like the detail, what is it? The brains in these players or these teams are really interesting because I've never known 5 rounds to take so long. Like, it's still early days yet, and Luxor, they're playing it so good. It shows the skill of both of these teams, actually. $200k knives. That would be an amazing thing. Has one nice kill, and he also spotted a second, and Diaz was so low on HP. Alcan cleans him up. The CTs on this buyout have done a pretty successful start at this point. Pebbles pushed up. So aggressive, and in apartments, Dak, the defending player, is going to fall. And what is this? This is actually insane. I was saying how smart and well executed all these players were. That was just the messiest, clumsiest play I've seen from both the teams. It's going to favour 200 knives, and now they've got the bomb in their hands, and they've just got to hold on and defend this at this stage. Pebbles just pushing to keep watch of Alex from behind. Alex is full. And Cottles is probably just wondering how he's been left alone. A nice shot by Coles. Headshot as well. Now has to find two other players. Both of them guarding the bomb. And a Molotov just used at the wrong angle entirely. Predicting the wrong angle. Has a smoke also. But the response Molotov is there. And Alkin can get a nice shot himself. So it is 200 knives with their second round. And they've definitely got a few knives in their inventories as well. Welcome if you are new here to the RDYUP GG Amateur League. And for this game between Luxor and 200 knives, it's going to be 200 knives this time with an interesting buyout. They've opted to go with NFkin to only work with a deagle for this round. Has from under. He played this position last round and Luxor haven't actually capitalised on it. That's two nice shots from Has. Two opening kills. Diaz wasn't expecting Has either. That will be a third kill for him. And now Luxor, two players left together in apartments, have to work something out. Can we get another hi to the observer Fraser, who just said hi in chat? Hello MLG Fraser. He's supposed to be commentating this or observing this game. There he is. Well, Luxor, they're still going to try and make this work out, and albeit they've got some utility still to utilise and work out with, but Alkin, he was just in a perfect position just to shut down Coles, who wasn't expecting it whatsoever. Alex, he's also going to commit to this underpass position, but it's a 5-on-1. It's going to be tough to do anything. I hate to say it, but it's true with 30 seconds, and I feel he's going to commit to this, and the economy, if they lose this round, won't be that great. Alex now just going to commit to it and just trying to get the bomb plant at this point as well. One kill. Dak is going to fall at a second. That's so good. He might just have given himself a chance here. And look, he's still got some utility to use as well. But 20 HP, slowly becoming 12. And his position is all but known now. And he knows there's a player in kitchen as well now. So unlucky. Nice try. So get the bomb down at least. And two nice kills. Which means 200 knives have to reinvest in that little bit of utility. And no, Coles isn't quite carrying at the moment. 200 knives also have a coach on the server. Shout out to them. Right, for the first time since pistol round, it's Luxor only on these pistols. Has is prepared to find something early on. The smoke means he won't find anything just yet, as Luxor are Christ in mid-control for now. And now Coles is going to be keeping watch from underpass as well. Nice kill from Malkin to take down EW, and 200 knives there. Still curious. They're still thinking that there might be someone in apartments, but there's no one in apartments at this point. Alkin is going to fall with a nice deagle headshot. So now just going to be backtracking towards the B site in apartments. The bomb's in top mid, which 200 knives aren't really aware of. CT side, it is quite a passive, calm little place, so that's not too bad for them. And they are now going to consider the B site, the site where Dak is in position. But he is alone, however, and he has no utility really to give him support when Luxor eventually do try and push out. 30 seconds, so Dak now moving in, and could be costly, and Dak is just going to repositioning, still can get one headshot of the AK. He also finds a second and a third. Ziaz and Alex both full. Was only an eco. Some critical eco frags just to shut down even a bomb plant at this stage. Spud's been spotted and he just wanted to do anything he could really. Nothing gonna be gifted to him. 4-3 to 200 knives. And I hate to tell you, chat, lots of people said Luxor were gonna win. 200 knives are in the lead. Yeah, why do they keep pausing it? I'd love to know what all these pauses are for. This is something like the third pause in 8 rounds. 200k win this season. What, do they win 200k if they win? Hey. I'm proud of that. Something else I was proud of was getting to be involved in this league. It's a great little league. Shout out to all the staff and behind the scenes guys who are doing work on the league, like the servers, the Discord, all the mods and everything. Well done for what you do. No complaining about Irish ping in game chat. Really? What flags do EW and ZS have behind them? Because a cross is just a pretty generic flag. It's a black background with a white cross on it. Like, obviously, no, the UK flag and the Italian flag, I believe that is. Oh, it's the Cornish flag, isn't it? Yeah! It's the flag of Cornwall. Basically, if you don't know, in the UK, we've got counties or states, as you could sort of see them as. One of the counties in the UK is called Cornwall, and it's got its own flag. Well, actually, all the states have their own flags or coat of arms. I don't know what mine is. But Cornwall is a county in the southwest of England. It's the bottom, it's the most southern western county in the UK. It's quite a, it's a seaside type. They've got loads of pirates down there in Cornwall. You've got the White Rose. Is that Lancashire? No. White Rose, I think that's like Yorkshire or something, isn't it? I don't know. Lots of counties in the UK have roses and flowers in their thing. Oh, is it Yorkshire? Well, I was close. Lancashire, Yorkshire, they're both above London. Lancashire's red rose, yeah, okay. I love how I'm educating people on flags of the UK now. That's what we're doing. We are back underway in this game. 200 knives still 4-3 up against Luxor. Thank you, Fraser, for adjusting the camera. Towards the A site as well. Luxor are going to be heading. And there's going to be some mid-control, which GW is just going to try and get. Pebbles, though, is going to find the opening kill. He was being aggressive in Palace. And actually the kill in mid from EW means that Luxor now have got no presence coming from A, and Luxor at this point, they're now just hitting it from one point of the map, one corner, and that could be devastating in itself. They are still trying to push this, and still the CTs have got utilities just to block off this push. They are now falling away. Spot though is out, and he is alone, so maybe he's been asked just to push in and try and get some kills or just some information swatted out. Spot isn't fully going to be committing this. He is just holding it, and 200 knives aren't really pushing it because there is that player above Palace Wood, and Spud really not aware of this. That fall might have been a little bit deadly, and Efkin is just going to shut him out as well. But towards the B site as well, Luxor now perform their focus, but Dak is there. Can only get one with his spray. Cole's down to half HP. And can find Alkin as well. A great little entry in. He's still expecting players around the site, and will get a third as well. Has fallen. And he gets him down to 5 HP, and he has to commit to the bomb plant. It's going to be a late call. And now has to play for the kills. 2 bullets. And he's just lost it on that. Unlucky. Nice attempt, though. That would have been an ace if he got that. That was so close. Not quite yet. Again, 200 knives. Going to win it down to time. But yeah, the Union Jack flag. Just going back to flags. The Union Jack flag. It's obviously red, white, and blue. You've got the blue and white cross, or the navy and white cross, which is Scotland. You've got the red and white cross, which is England, and then there's a diagonal cross, which is Northern Ireland. Wales apparently are classed as the England flag as well. Nice shot. Has will find Coles, and he just has to be aware of top of mid. The spot is being trapped in at this point. Halkin will find a headshot in a second. Zia's fallen from top mid. It was an eco flag. An eco round from Luxor. Alex falls to Haz. And EW can only get 1 before he falls to his death. It is 6-3 for the 200 knives. And I don't know why Fraser needs to go to the bathroom. But our observer is Fraser, and he needs to go to the bathroom. No, that's a UK flag, definitely. They've definitely got a UK flag. 200 knives don't have a logo. I'm sad. I'm sad that they don't have a logo. Well, they do have a logo. One of the players is using something with 200 knives on it. Well, there's some utility being used. Luxor are going to be committing to this B site. Coles gets 1, but he will eventually burn away to Dak and the Molotov with the support of Appen. Here comes a push, and the Molotovs actually are doing a lot of work just to supply damage to Luxor. EW and Alex, they found 2 more kills, but now it's a 2-on-1. Has so unlucky not to find a kill. 2 versus 1. Luxor now have got the man advantage, and we know they like to commit. They like to peek around the corners. This time, bomb eventually falls. Pebbles are now in a 2-on-1 with an open. He's still got some utility which he can try at least push out and use, but time is ticking and clearing out the angles. Does spot Alex close by him, and he doesn't quite know where Ziaz is either, but he's going to commit to the 5-7. 1 kill, and he's just going to stick it. A mistake in itself, because it was that van all along. Ziaz. And he will eventually get another round for Luxor. Their first round in 5. Am I casting you on Tuesday? Yes, Wardog. Yes, I will cast your game on Tuesday. I love how Wardog had to come on the stream to tell or ask me that. Because I ignored his Steam message. Sorry. What, 6-4 Luxor again? They're interested in this B site. It worked for them last round. Why don't they do it for them this round? Why show Union Jack if they're from Leeds? Well, Yorkshire's a big place. And if you're from Yorkshire, I don't know. Dak? Not back. Dak is there with 2 kills with the Org, and he desperately wanted that third, but treating it as a COD gun's not going to work. It is the AWP, and EW finding another kill to secure the B site. A retake scenario yet again for the CT side. Yorkshire. I'm from Yorkshire. That's the worst accent ever. It has. They're trying to do some damage. Pebbles now forced away and forced out, and a great bait in the end for EW to clean up the work. 1 trade there. And Efkin is the 1 player surviving, but he's just got to make sure he peeks the right angle at the wrong time. He will peek, Spud. Ziaz is quick enough with the trade to get a 5th round for Luxor. Yorkshire is a region in the UK. It's like saying, what is North Holland? It's a region in the Netherlands. Well, Alkin's not going to peek that. He's only got a pistol along with 200 Knives, an eco from them. A default from Luxor. We will be doing the Zenity game after this, yes. Yorkshire's not a country in the UK. Yorkshire is a region in the UK. Ziez, nice kill. Takes down Arkin, and also a second nice kill onto Hazard Realm. Now, all that remains for the CTs is this B presence. And Luxor actually committing to the B site, so still a chance for 200 Knives to do some damage at this stage. I was going to do something there. Lefkin will get one, but the CTs are actually making this work out. They're getting the kills. And now time has stopped for Luxor as they try and fall back Pebbles. Though, it's still just at the back of the B site at this point. Luxor, they are committing, and Pebbles is... He's not expecting anything from Luxor on the B site, and that's going to be a mistake in itself. The Molotov goes down, and I think now that they've worked out it is going to be a B hit at this point, 25 seconds. And it is Pebbles left in the 2 versus 1 against EW and Alex. The bomb was a little bit delayed, but doesn't really matter either way. Pebbles tapping away. Considered finding a player from Van, but no shots being hit yet. Flash, though, has just delayed things a little bit. And Pebbles is still trying to find anything. Luxor, they're not overly committing or peeking anywhere at this stage. Still has a Molotov he can use. But again, the double peek from Luxor just too strong. And 200 Knives have not got around in a pass through. Let's see if Luxor know there's a second bomb site in this game. They have tried the A site, but I don't think the A site's worked out for them. Well, 6-6 at this stage. Luxor haven't got anything, and well, it does seem to be just an eco or buyout even. An aggressive buyout as they apply some momentum on short. 200 Knives. They've got 2 players on B, 2 players top, mid, and around short in Luxor. They're not overly committing anywhere. That smoke, the timing of that's so insane and so funny that it did damage to AEW. Just a slow little play from Luxor as Coles falls to 28 HP. And FKN, he's just holding the top mid presence. Luxor, they're going to commit to it, but there's only 1 kill in there for the T side. The Traders, fair enough. And EW will get 1 before falling to Dak and the M4. And now Luxor, they're backing away from the B site, and here we go. They've worked out there is a second site. The site of A, which they're slowly but surely committing to. On the defense, there is no one there, just Pebbles, who's now just going to rotate and reposition towards CT with Hazen top mid. And I love how in chat now we've just started a debate on flags. This is so good. That's good also by Pebbles as he finds Coles. And now Luxor, they are pushing out, but it's going to be a really late call indeed. 10 seconds. Pebbles will get another one, leaving Zayas against 2 more players to find. The time is then. He had to find the last player for the kill again. Luxor, these late calls might just be a little bit costly. Right. Let me explain geography to you, chat. Africa is a continent. The United Kingdom is a country. United Kingdom, Great Britain, whatever you want to call it. Yorkshire is a region. And Luxor are going to be pushing onto the A site. It is an eco from them. They've only got the AWP save from last round. Edefkin will find himself 2 and a third. That's so nice, that third kill. The AWP is still alive and still hunting to do damage. Alchem have got a nice little crossfire setup here. Spud, try not to peek it too carefully. The other player is from CT now. As they're trying to do any damage he can, really. Ziaz is eventually going to fall. And he can't quite get a kill. Alkin cleans up to save the round for 200 knives. An eco for Luxor, in which they got 3 kills. And the CT side, I've got a relatively comfortable start so far. No, Wardog didn't start in open. Wardog nicked a intermediate spot from someone. Wardog went straight to intermediate. Because he apparently hacks. Well, last round for Luxor to get something on this T side. Let's hope they can make it a good little round. Or will the defense hold off strong yet again for 200 knives? Pebble starting it off strong. 2 kills with the AWP. EW is going to fall where Efkin will shut off that little push. It is Ziez, who will get himself 2 at least. But the bomb dropped. Not the best angle for recovering. Ziez hunting for kills at this stage. Trying to recover anything. Even a kill. Alkin isn't going to be peeking that from CT. Oh, sorry, Dak from CT is not going to be peeking that. He's now just going to be positioned, but Alkin cleans up from Connector. And at the halftime stage, it is 200 Knives 9, Luxor Esports Academy 6. And I don't have any music playing. This is sad. I thought I was going to have some music being able to play at the end here. Just try and make it, you know, high quality. And so far, a great little half I felt from 200 Knives. A good little start from them. Luxor, they had a nice little start themselves, but 200 Knives, they started to get the swing of things. And I feel like what really cost Luxor on that T side was the idea that they committed quite late to some of the bomb site takes. And it was costly in the end. Because, yeah, just some late calls, really. Not late calls, but because of how Luxor were playing it, it was just a case that Luxor were able to just play for the kills and deny the bomb plants. Also, I forgot. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Either way, welcome back to the RDYUP GG Amateur League. It is going to be 9-6 for 200 Knives, who are now on the T side. And the CT hold from Luxor, which includes 3 players on the A side. A smoke A flash, a second flash about to be executed, but Spud and Coles have so far just trying to do whatever they can, really. Dak and Pebbles are just going to ignite onto the site, and 200 Knives will get a bomb down at this stage. EW, he's alone in CT for now, and the mid presence is remaining from Luxor. EW falls. Ziaz and Alex are the 2 players who survive, and Ziaz has already been spotted out at this stage. Alex can find Pebbles. But time is ticking away, and 200 Knives, they're low on HP at this stage, and this is entirely possible for the CT side at this stage. Hazard trying to do whatever damage he can, and takes down Ziaz, but Alex can clean up 1 versus 1. And Dak was just holding the angle from the back. 200 Knives 10, Luxor Academy 6. I feel with Face It, the Face It Major, the issue they had was, I want to say it was one of their first proper events they hosted. They've done ECS a couple times, but I wouldn't necessarily say ECS is a huge profile event. It's become a big event now because of Face It's, Face It's, I don't know, just the fact that they've held a major, they've got their name out there now. Coles just going to be jumping, peeking, just to try and pick up some information. Alex will find Dak, however, and the push from 200 Knives is going to be committed here, but Alkin and Haz, they're just finding the kills with these 4-star AKs and SMGs. One nice headshot by EW. Haz is going to fall, leaving it on EW. And EW just has to play for any picks at this stage, and he can't necessarily do enough damage to kill off anyone. 200 Knives have actually got a nice little lead going now. Luxor, they can now invest, and they won't have an AWP to work with. No AWP being purchased. Wait. And neither do 200 knives, so that won't be an issue, but Luxor, they would have had enough for an AWP. They're opting not to use an AWP for this round. 200 knives are going to be playing a default, and it wasn't default, turned into mid presence. The smokes utility all good so far. Spot in a tricky position because he's got to watch a site and connect to the connector, which has now been overloaded and overhauled with utility. Dak is just packing away here. How's it going to fall actually to Spud? Such a passive CT angle, but it can be dangerous if the T side can make these crucial mistakes. The C side are going to be committing though to the A site. Get the bomb down, and Luxor, they've got 3 players towards CT. It might be risky in itself, but would the T side actually be expecting this? And the Molotov, the utility, is going to slow down the retake scenario. Curls will find Dak from mid, leaving Alkin and Nifkin. Nifkin, who is on 8 HP. Him and Alkin have got to go big here. The smoke is there just to kill off that angle, and this looks to be around for Luxor, unless Nifkin can clean this up. Nice try. But they've got the defuse, and they've got their first round on CT side. 7-11. How is everyone in chat doing then? I've not spoken to you for a while. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. If you are, do give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe. You thought I was joking about the subscribe thing, but you can actually subscribe here to the RDYUP GG Twitch channel. All the supports are welcome. And Diaz in top mid for now. Has spotted Haz, who did jump across. He's only got a scout, and that scout's not really going to do any damage to anyone. The red presence dealt with. 200 knives elsewhere on the map are looking to get this opener. They've got some utility, so they have committed to something, but I don't quite know what it is they'll be committing and working with. Spud will find Alkane either way. CT side just cleaning up these kills. Just nicely. There's one nice shot from Dak. Good headshot nonetheless. 2 players close on site. And Dak knows at least 1 player is there. The bomb now looking to be committed. As well as he is going to be allowed to 1. Nifkin was just spamming with the deagle to do any damage he could. There's Luxor Esports who've got the second round on the board in this second period. But still 200 knives, they lead. And think of it this way. Luxor Esports, they've got to play 2 more games tonight. So whatever happens, all these other teams are going to have to wait for whatever happens here. It's a weird little scenario, but either way, we'll bring you all the games in the RDYUP League tonight. ZS can only get 1 from top mid. It is the SG getting the trade kill. Doing the work, and 200 knives over buyout now, looking to try and expand on their lead. Try and get a further lead in play. EW falls, and 2 players sufficiently low now for the 200 knife side. So again, Luxor, they've got a chance to clean out this round despite being 1 player less, and the utility, not even utility, the fact that all these 200 knives players are low, just making it an easy clean up for their opponents. Bomb still going to be planted, not quite. Alkin does form. Now it's Dak. Only with an SG in hand. He got the opening kill, or he got 1 kill from mid. Can he get 3 more with 50 seconds? He definitely can't get a bomb plant, so let's just see what he can work with, where he can go from here. Hello, Draco. Also, shout out to Fraser, who is observing this. 27 seconds. I guess Dak is really just trying to outsmart his opponents, or just try and clear out the angles just to find any one player. Is he going to expect this player from market here? I don't know if he is. Oh, wait. What? That's amazing. Alex is... could have had a chance to dispatch of Dak. But nothing's going to be happening. It does mean that Luxor... they're going to get another round again. And Dak's not even going to be able to hold on to the SG. And Spud did hold on to the M4 as well. 11-9. For 200 knives. And their money not looking that good. It will be an eco and a chance for Luxor to even bring this to 11-11 at this stage. It will be an AWP for the CT side. And a lot of presence towards mid and B site. We've had it from Luxor before, but this time not going to be overcommitting anywhere. 200 knives. They're learning at this point that there's a B site which they could hit. A couple of investments in pistols. Nothing drastic. And Carls is just jump spotting just to try and retrieve any information. Nothing will be retrieved. The ult for Luxor at this point is just scouting around the A site. It's solo. And now 200 knives, they're just going to try and push out, and even a bomb plant at this stage will be something they can work upon. Alex is spraying and finds himself 2 calls. Another, but it's all Alex on this B site. Pebbles, he only got 1 kill in there. 11-10, and the money just about there for 200 knives. Dak is the only player with a sufficient amount of invest, or a sufficient amount of funds to fully invest. Some AKs on the board. And what did I just press? I think I just pressed something on my keyboard. On my touchpad. 11-10, and Alkanen has... they're going to find the kills each to give 200 knives the 2-player advantage to work with. And EW is going to fall. Also on the A side, 200 knives. They've actually started and they found a way into this round. Luxor completely locked out off the A side. It is 11-10. And this could be 12-10. Luxor at this point, considering they're taking it so slowly, I don't see him actually sufficiently doing this or getting anything. I don't think they will do. It means that 200 knives will get a bomb down in their first round in 4. Oh, sorry, this is the first round in 5. If you don't know me, I am Louis2K. You can find me on Twitter at Louis2K_. The underscore is very important. And also follow RDYUP on all their social medias. Links are down below. But now, full buyout. Luxor this round won't have an AWP to work with. That's in the hands of 200 knives. And specifically in the hands of Pebbles. Both sides are full buyout. This is feeling like one of our first gun rounds in a while, considering how the utility's been as of late. But Coles will be able to find the opener from underpass. Nenefkin was in apartments and a dangerous peek from the CT player, but it worked out nevertheless. Has also finds Spud and a second on EW as well, as the A presence gets shut off by Luxor. Ziyez had the potential to do damage there, but nothing was going to be given to him. And the timing of this is relatively insane because Has trying to find Alex at this point. Alex not quite going to fall. And the bomb isn't actually down yet either, but there is a smoke there from Ziyez. Or to deny Ziyez a chance to find anything. 12-10. Has will find Coles. And I think, again, 200 knives have done enough just to shut off Luxor yet again from their own bomb site. Another pause will be brought in as Luxor, they're now feeling the pressure. They've lost the past few rounds, and nothing seems to be going their way. 200 knives have clocked onto their opponents. And they were just trying to push him together. Still, he got at least 2 out of that. We're going to open an AK saved. But it is 200 knives, so 3 rounds away from taking this first game. And if you're Luxor, you really want to keep the spirits and momentum going on your side. Because Luxor, they've got to play 2 more games after this. 2 more games tonight after this. And if you lose this, where does that put your momentum and work focus going ahead then? So yeah, it's currently top of the board, 24-15. Dak and Pebbles both got 19 kills each for the 200 Knives team. And there was a little coach. Hello to Harky, the 200 Knives coach for this game. And Ziaz is definitely fragging quite successfully. I get a little pick up there. So I'm going to assume the Luxor lineup is 4 UK players, 1 Italian player. 200 Knives, your guess is as good as mine. They've got the UK flag in the header. So just a UK team maybe. 13-10 unpaused coming in the RDYUP GG Amateur League Season 3. And this could be a chance for 200 Knives to really close out and win this game now. They've looked a lot more coordinated in the past few rounds. Their side takes have also caught their opponents off guard. Spud's actually going to be ripped apart by Haz. What a nice one-tap that is. And if you're on the receiving end of that, that's not going to make things any good whatsoever. Luxor for now. Not going to be overcommitting or pushing anywhere else. Coles will receive a little bit of damage and did spot the player in apartments. There's 2 200 Knives players in apartments. A needless push really from EW as that again opens up the A site, and minor mistakes could be adding up to costing Luxor really these rounds. Coles can't even get a shot, not even give it a chance. Pebbles goes insane. You know what? 200 Knives should be on course for round number 14 here. This should be game over. Alex will just be pushed aside. And Luxor were properly wiped aside in that round. What a play that was. Some nutty shots coming out from the 200 Knives team. And Luxor, they're just down to an eco. If they don't make anything work out in this eco, what more can you suggest and what more can you expect? There will be no mid presence this time for the academy team. Spud is going to fall early. 200 Knives, they've now got the momentum in their favour. I say that, CS is still allowed to get only 1 kill actually in EW. Not quite DW from Arthur, but EW of Luxor. We'll receive some auditory information, and that's unlucky. I think that just sums up this second half for Luxor. Really, Alex has a deagle, but it's not going to be enough to do anything. 200 Knives look to be on course for taking this game. Luxor will get a mildly good buyout in the next round, but it's not really going to be enough, I don't think. I've got a chance to be proven wrong. Alex thought he heard someone. I thought I heard someone from market. There's one in short. Or one ladder room area. Alex just hunting to do damage really. Hunting to take any weapons out of the stash of 200 Knives. Maybe try and take a knife away, and he's just going to push at the end. He didn't want to die after time. If you die after time, you obviously lose. You don't gain any money from that round individually. So 200 Knives then on 5 match points to work with. Both sides will get both sides a relatively good buyout, albeit Luxor doesn't have the full utility advantage which is available to their opponents. And Luxor don't want this to be game over. You can see they still want to give themselves a chance. A chance which is still there. I just want to say my apologies. I said that Luxor wouldn't get a good buyout this round, but they've got a full gun purchase available to them. Have fun in chat then. As Luxor to try and deny the chance of losing their opening game. This is their first game. 200 Knives, they've already played a game in this tournament, so they know what this is all about. Is EW looking to do anything, and has just taken so much damage from the Molotov straight away. And that gives 200 Knives a disadvantage at this stage of it. EW up close, he is alone. He is alone only for now. 200 Knives haven't committed anywhere. And EW, he's considering peeking. But for Pebbles, it would be an easy one-tap for him. Alcon will clear away a couple of angles. The smoke is there. Refrag, 200 Knives looking for this opening piece of information. Nothing at the stage. Molotov to clear out under. But no momentum, no movement from anyone. Alcon, he's been given a call just to try and push out and make some noise along with EW. EW will find Alcon at least to deny any Palace presence. Now Luxor have got the man advantage, and they're considering rotating players over to the speed site. It is the site which 200 Knives are now going to try and hit and push forward. A flash to enter themselves in. But Coles will be on the AWP here, looking to do damage. Missed shots. Diaz can get one, but Dak can at least trade it out for now. A missed shot by Coles, and Alex will trade one out. It's a 3-on-2 for the Luxor team. It's a late push, and the CTs do make that work out. Luxor not out and down from this game just yet. 200 Knives have still got some money to work with, though. And apologies for the delay on the Zenna team. Luxor Esports Academy game. That game will be right after this. Basically, the next game will be whenever Luxor Esports finish this game. It's so weird. I hope the staff have got like the other team in the server ready. Either way, 200 Knives have still got a pretty good buyout this round. They've got so much money stacked up in their inventory that they could last at least one more round after this. Carl smoked off on short. Means he can't peek with the AWP, and there is no mid presence, but the AWP on short could be quite powerful. 200 Knives, they're going to be pushing in, focusing on the safe side. They've also got that mid presence as well to work with. As Alcon gets the opener. Spider's also going to fall, but did get one before falling to his death. Could this now be game over for the Luxor team? Finds Alex with the headshot. A 4 versus 2. An AWP and an MP5 still in play. And that AWP is allowed to do damage. He's going to fall. But Dak is prepared either way. He's got the SG. They've done work with the SG before. What's to say they can't do it again? 30 seconds. 200 Knives will get the bomb down. Now a retake scenario at this stage. And the AWP's going to fall. Leaving it to Diaz, and he's just tapping away to do any damage. We'll find one. And is just going to switch to the AWP. 200 Knives have now fallen to more passive defensive angles. They want to get this game over and done with. Luxor will want to try and keep this alive. Diaz is just going to push for the AWP. One connector, one in jungle. We'll use the Molotov just to bait out any information. One shot, and it's not going to be enough either way. 200 Knives going to take this first game then in the RDYUP Amateur League. It's a 6-11 win against their opponents. And a great showing by 200 Knives. That's their second win of the tournament. Luxor, they are going to fall to their first loss of the tournament. GG's in chat. And we'll be back in a couple minutes as Luxor Esports continue their opening weekend in the RDYUP League. They're going to be taking on the UK team of Zen team right after this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, guys, to the RDYUP Amateur League. It's the 3rd season, and it's the 2nd game tonight for Luxor Esports Academy. They'll be taking on the team in Zenity. Or Zenity, sorry. Not Zenity. They do have different names. They do have slightly different names. Now, welcome back. If you are new here, I am your caster, Louis2K. The game today will be observed by Mr. Fraser. Mr. Fraser Salim. Welcome to Fraser, and welcome to everyone watching in chat. I hope you're doing well. This is our 2nd game tonight involving Luxor Esports. They just lost 16-11 in a closely fought affair on Mirage. We're now going to be switching over to a different map. A map I didn't really see coming. It's going to be the map of Cash. And I feel really bad for having to do this so late on, but it's going to be Cash. And Luxor this time going to be taking on another UK team. It is going to be the opening time, or the first time we see Zinti playing. They got a forfeit loss earlier during the season. And now our first chance to see Zinti. I hope I don't make this mistake often. Here we go then. Zenity will be starting on the CT side. Sorry, in the knife round. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Hope you're all having fun in chat. I hope you're all doing well. And let's go for the map of Cash. A map which I used to see as being quite CT-sided, but Coles is just going to knife his teammate, leaving it all on Draco. And he can get one, but 11 HP. He's just going to be ripped apart by Ziaz. So it's going to be Luxor winning the knife round, and I can potentially see him. I can see him starting either side. Realistically. If they could just stop shooting each other, that would be really great. But Zenity then will be starting on the CT side. Luxor on the T side. There'll be a smoke and Molotov for the player of VW. A defuse kit, not quite going to be purchased by Zenity this round. Could be a little bit costly, but either way, it is going to be Zenity on the CT side. Luxor hoping to get their first win of the season, this time on Cash. There's going to be an A hit instantly, straight away as an example. Trying to prove an example to his teammates. Or EW, a great little opening headshot. And Molotov is there in response, but Luxor either way are just going to push out a shooting through the smoke and just trying to do whatever damage they can. Ziaz will find himself 2 EW, another. KGP is the sole survivor for Zenity. As quick as that, they know where he is now. It should be round over. Oh, that was a nice shot actually to find Alex. Still tapping away. Wanted to find something else, but Spud cleans up nevertheless. Luxor are going to find the first round. It does mean Luxor are going to at least invest in AKs straight away. Zenity not going to be investing in as much P250 and a flash. Is it going to be a case that they're going to group up together or just go on their individual sites? No, they're going to be grouping up towards the A site. Potentially a push coming in. Luxor sending a couple of players also towards this site, but Alex and Spud, they're just doing all the work. A 3k from Alex. He might even want to find his 4th Pimmy. Can't quite clean off Alex. 2-0 to Luxor Esports. And so Zenity do actually have a logo on most of their players. Well done to them. And Draco, I know Draco from other things. I've played against him with him in Face It Hubs. And that's the logo he's had forever. Good player nonetheless. It is a full bout from the Zenity side. No AWP for either team just yet. It is a default play from the Luxor team, but they can easily acquire mid-control. Nothing too extreme. A flash up just to get Ziaz some information. Nothing will be found from him from highway for now. But Draco will get the opener. Spud pushes out from Squeaky. Will be traded out though by Alex. And Alex on the USP is just going to back away. Zia's just tapping away to do some damage himself. No damage dealt to Plexor. But for now, it is Coles to find example. Giving Luxor again this man advantage work with KGP. Just ripped apart by the AK and Coles. And a 4-on-2 retake. But the bomb? It's not even the retake scenario just yet because Luxor was so explosive onto that B site. They've not actually got the bomb with them just yet. It's going to be a late call and a late push to get the bomb down. Pimmy really wanted to find something there, but wasn't quite given a shot. EW is going to tag down his man just a little bit. And Plexor can't do anything either. Bomb plant is also available for the Luxor side. And someone in chat's already dabbing on the Luxor haters. Asun, are you dabbing for Luxor or dabbing against Luxor? That made sense in my head. I don't know. It is going to be an eco buyout on the side of Zenitsu. I think what this found in, compared to what we've seen in the last game, feels a little bit more puggy from the Zenity team. Coles is tapping away for now, just alone. Trying to get an entry towards this B side as Coles just continues to spray, looking to find some kills. It is Spud. He will find Pimmy and doing sufficient damage to Draco, who is on 6 HP and will fall after a second peek. But didn't expect Plexor there. A nice little angle. And he's going to be caught out for now. 3-on-3 we're left into. And Zenity, they've got 2 players on the B site. A site which isn't fully being considered yet by Luxor. They've got the mid control and a little bit of utility just to try and utilise towards top mid. And Coles for now is alone on the B site and has to really rely on this presence from mid, the mid presence. Which is going to be pressuring KGP. And with 28 seconds again, Luxor going for a late call, but the peak is perfect. KGP falls, an example also falling. It leaves Plexor with an AK and a little bit of utility just to try and get something going on the retake, but looking to actually commit to it anyway and not expecting Ziaz, still holding that quite late on. Luxor 4-0 up, quite comfortably enough. It is 4-0. And you're dubbing for Spud. I was Spud Irish. I'm sorry, I thought that was an Italian flag. My mistake. I'm sorry, Spud. It is actually an Irish flag. So Luxor a full UK team. Sorry. Well, there's a treble AWP setup being utilised by the Zenity side. I feel so bad for not knowing that now. One AWP is at least going to be used towards the B site along with a FAMAS in the hands of KGP. There's not that much utility really for Zenity to hold off of these pushes, but you know what? Example still can find a nice shot to Coles. The FAMAS does fall and the B site now lost by Zenity. Example can't really do anything else as Luxor acquired a site. It does leave Zenity back in this retake scenario, and Pimmy wanted to find something through the wallbang, and the Molotov was also blocked by his teammate. Zenity, they've made the call to actually back away and hold on to these 3 AWPs. A really interesting call just to buy out 3 AWPs, but seems to be the wrong call nonetheless. Sorry, I thought Zenity got around. Did I just go insane then? I'm really interested in knowing how or why Zenity chose to hold on to these AWPs. EW is going to fall. So, weirdly enough, Zenity ended that round with the more players, but didn't go for it or trying to get anything from that. 5-0. Luxor still haven't used an AWP this game. on the T side, not overly necessary. It's boring if people just go for a default of always having like an AWP, a rifle, a lurker, etc. Don't always have to have that. What you should have as a CT side is mid control, which Pimmy now has to just give up. Luxor again piloting 3 players towards mid. And it is Luxor who have found the opening kill towards A. Spud is here in the squeaky area. Squeaky blue door, but a missed shot by Pimmy, and he's also going to receive a lot of damage himself. Zinity really not looking that comfortable or like confident, and Spud, you could favour him to find something here if Zinity don't quite hold their quarters correctly. It is going to be an A hit by Luxor, and they're approaching the site in all the angles. It's so nice and so well executed realistically, and I just want to point out on EW, who's even just been able to push out from Zoom, is going to fall, and Example's got himself 2 kills and also shot off that B push, so Zenity still have the man advantage. They are making it work out now. Diaz will find Pimmy. Plexel's also going to fall. I said Zenity had the man and player advantage. That's now switched over to Luxor, who've got the bomb down on A. And Luxor not overcommitting to anything. And open an M4 is what stands. There are 3 AWPs at the start here for Zenity, and it just quite hasn't worked out whatsoever for them. Diaz hoping to find example with the AWP from Carl. And Molotov not really going to do anything. And again, it is Zenity who has to fall back. A freeze time will be brought in as Luxor pick up their 6th round. For this UK team in Zenity, they seem quite scared to go for anything. Again, that's another save, and they can't even hold on to an AWP. I don't know. Zenity trying to pug this out, it somewhat feels like. Pug it out with a really defensive approach. And I'm all for teams playing defensive on CT side. But if, I'm still thinking back to that 4-on-4 where they just got locked out of the B site and they chose not to go for it. It's not a pug. This is the RDYUP GG Amateur League 3rd season. The 2nd game for both these teams. And Luxor, so far looking a lot more organised. I want to say in Luxor's first game, they were organised in that as well. But 200 Knives seems to be able to pinpoint the mistakes which Luxor made and could capitalise. But Luxor this round, so far, they've looked in full control of this. I don't know what else to say for Luxor. They're just in fine control of this. 6-0, the utility is out for the CT side, who have again been able to somehow get a buyout. I don't quite know how they've been able to get a buyout. Only 1 AWP this time, and that AWP will be receiving a huge chunk of damage early on. A little boost. The Shroud boost on aim from Zenity. EW is going to be considering pushing out. You will use some utility. Up and push out. This is fine at this point. A Coles is also just lurking towards the A site, and Zenity just not opting to pick any corners. They don't need to. They're just playing it safe. Luxor, 1 minute on the clock to make a choice. It's hard to commentate on. Coles is just going to push out on B and will clear out the B presence and momentum. EW, what is that? He'll find Plexor with a little pre-fire. Draco's also going to fall, leaving Pimmy against 4 players. Can find one, but they're closing in on him. EW's close up with an AK, but actually EW's going to fall. Pimmy's got a second and has a defuse kit to work with and spotted that player push into a main. Alex is just going to re-peek that. It's going to work out in a favour. And Pimmy's confidence to just go for that is something that needs to be reflected in the whole of Zenity in any of these retake scenarios. And they've not gone for any of these retakes. I feel that's the closest they've gone to retaking successfully. And that was a 1 versus 4. It's sad to think, really. 7-0 and an eco buyout. Plexor has forced up. And Zenity just struggling to hold either of these sites at this point. I don't know if it's the fact that Zenity are struggling or that Luxor just so well coordinated in their pushes. One smoke from B yet again. Cole's lurking. The utility is being used on a site as Luxor try and get an opening. Try to get a kill. They have 3 players on this A site now, and Plexor can find one, but EW is desperate for that trade kill. Can't quite find Plexor. Two players. Is this a new team from Zenity? It might be a new team who are still trying to coordinate and comprehend together. I feel like Draco's just at the moment saying, I just got that Deagle animation. Therefore, we're going to win the round. Alex, we'll find a trade kill. 2 on each site for the defending team. And EW, he's been in this position the whole time. He's rotated for support from Highway, which is now coming to him. But Draco has to fall back. A great little peek as Coles falls. EW can simply enough find Plexor. KGP has a Deagle. Zenity picked up some weapons, but they can't even save anything. 8-0. And I know that Luxor took a while to get this second game going, but they're slowly getting us caught up on guard. We do have a third game to bring you straight after this, involving Luxor and W. But now Zenity a chance to try and get some of this round. A full gun round. And this time a bit more presence towards mid. But one of those mid players is going to fall in Pimmy. The AWP is still alive, but the AWP taking a bit of damage in the Molotov towards B. Is Luxor this time trying to get energy towards B. So far from Zenity, the hold not too bad. But EW just so confident enough to push out. KGP can get one trade. The utility still there and will switch to the AWP. A missed shot. And that could have just lost the round for Zenity. You hate to see it. I hate to really say and blame it on one kill. And it's just hard to really say what's going on for Zenity. Draco can't do anything. Just locked out. I don't know what Zenity are doing. I would say that they're getting us back on schedule, but they're not. Because the next game's scheduled for 10 minutes time. That'll be a game either way. So Draco will hold on to the M4. Nice idea. He wants the AWP and... Oh, that's rip. Okay. Nice idea. Draco did upgrade to an AK. Whether that was sufficient enough, I don't know. They did spot him at the end. He wanted that AWP, but Luxor did claim the AWP. So Zenity will be aware of that. So that's now no AWP for the CT defensive side. I don't really know what to say or what to react with at this stage. Luxor focusing 3 players on this B attack. Bomb missile just dropped at T-spawn. And Zenity are really trying to find ways to try and catch their opponent off guard. This time they've got 2 players in Highway. How is... Oh, I thought he got a kill, not quite. Coles and KGP finding the opening kills. A trade kill. KGP is still trying to do damage, and EW is so low, but Ziaz perfectly worked with his teammate to find him. And one nice headshot, and you know what? Give him a second. That's so great from Ziaz. A key player all round. and give him a 3k for that game. That was so nicely executed by him. Luxor, they hit double digits. Zenity, there's no response whatsoever. I don't know what to say. Even our observer in chat, Fraser's saying he's struggling to observe this. Yeah, if you have just joined us, welcome to this game. Luxor, they've been in control of this game, sadly, from the start. Zenity, just not equal to their opponents whatsoever. Coles is lurking alone towards B, and you know what? You can sense that he'd want to find a kill, and he will be able to get one kill towards B, but example will trade one out and get into an AK for his efforts. Focus back towards aim with EW finding a kill. He's aware that Plexor is above him. Plexor can't do anything with Ziaz. He's been such an influential player in this game, and some of the kills he's been getting are just so good. Example, and Pimmy, the two players for Zenity. And how many times have I said that Zenity have been left in a retake scenario? Sample's got himself 2 kills. That was all he was allowed to get. (11-0). Now people in chat will be thinking, can we get a 16-0? For Zenity, it's not going to be what they want. They're going to try this triple AWP setup again. Example, Draco and Pimmy on the AWPs. And if they lose this, their economy is going to be pretty shattered. Good opening pick, however, as it is Spud who falls. With Luxor applying focus towards B. So Zenity now have the man advantage to work with, and they don't have to overly commit or overly push anywhere. There's going to be Coles entering out and finds a nice headshot to dispatch a Pimmy, and will also close down KGP. Example got 1 kill in the early stages, but Zenity again trapped out of their own sight. Just pre-firing through checkers. I don't know how to say or describe this. Draco swatted the player, and it's just going to be flashed. Desperate to find something, Zenity. It's too late, and Ziaz has been a key player once again. 2 kills, not quite a third. That is Draco doing whatever damage he can. A second and a third. They're trying to knife him, and Coles is just going to deny him. Oh no, no, this is horrible. And Zenity, what can you do? 12-0. I've casted one 16-0, one memorable 16-0, and I feel like this is going to be up there with one of these top games I've casted. Luxor 12, Zenity 0. They've got pistols and 1 FAMAS, and Coles is actually low on damage, and so is Spud. And either way, it is Luxor who have found the kills, and they're working it out. 1 kill for the CTs. KGP 1 P250 kill or 5-7 kill, and desperate to do any damage he can. Luxor can clean up in eco, where Zenity at least got 2 kills out of this. And Wardog, you know who Draco is. Again, they're going to try a triple AWP setup. I don't really know where it's what they are trying to work out. They want this to work. They're desperate for this to work. And they're not giving up their hopes yet. 13-0 example will find the opening kill, but they've had this scenario before where they've got the opening pick from mid and they just lose it on the site holds. Draco and Plexor, they're both fully focused on the squeaky angle. Coles this time is going to fall, and Zenity now have a 2-player advantage to work with. Luxor, they've got utility, and they are going to commit to this A site. And towards Forklift, Draco is going to find 1 kill on EW. Luxor now have been locked out, and Zenity focusing on this side, but still Spud wanting to do damage. We'll find 1 kill, 2 players towards back of site, and 1 on high to work with. Luxor really feeling the pressure, but Spud will get a second. The Zias against 3. Zenity look to be able to get at least 1 round at this stage. And now they're not going to be peeking it. Zias yet to get a kill. Left in a 1 versus 3. We'll flop 1 player. Just a little pre-fire, but won't quite find a second. Knows there's an AWP towards back of sight, and that AWP really considering re-peeking. It's going to be a game of timing at this stage. Flash not going to work out as, for example, just repositions towards quad, and a smart idea entirely. The other player is towards heaven, and this is going to be down to timing. Example gets a kill. Zenity can't do the 16-0 dream. There was 1 round, and the triple AWP setup does work out, but they can't reinvest in it. Their economy not that strong enough, really. Now, this is where Zenity will get a comeback. Pimmy taking a large amount of damage early on. That was a T-spawn AWP shot by Alex. I forgot who did it. I think it was MBK. I don't know who it was, but someone did an AWP shot from the back of T-spawn that killed the Z player entirely. Draco up close and personal with a Mag 7. Now Luxor going back to basics to find and use the utility to get some sort of site entry. It is towards the B site as Pimmy takes down that A presence. 1 nice shot by Example to take down Ziaz. Example still trying to do whatever he can. It is Spud cleaning up 2 kills. Luxor ripped apart entirely. I'm so sorry. It is Pimmy against... He can't even go anywhere near the half time in this RDYUP League amateur game. And I feel sorry for Luxor Esports. They've got a... Sorry, I don't feel sorry for Luxor Esports. They've got a 14-1 lead over Zenity. And the scoreline is just a massive sum up of what's happened. I'm Louis 2K. I hope you're enjoying this. Not quite a 16-0. Zenity can get 1 round at least on their CT side. It's not been the most convincing from them. And it's felt like quite a puggy style from the team of Zenity. It is a UK derby. And Luxor this time, compared to their first game on Mirage, have been in full control of this game. Yeah, the game earlier was 16-11 to 200 knives. Right, second half underway then. And Luxor just 2 rounds away from taking this. Let's see how far Zenity can get. See how many rounds they can pick up on this T side. They're going to start off with some mid presence. They've got 1 smoke, and there was a defuse kit in Alex along with 2 flashes for the team of Luxor. EW, they was going to find an opening, but Plexor will trade out from mid. This mid-high presence, it would have been influential if it wasn't for Ziaz. The USP, KGP finds 1. Ziaz also tagging a player through the smoke there as well. There was a 3rd game after this involving Luxor Esports, and they're going to have so much momentum going into this second or this 3rd game. Zenity, though, they have got the bomb down at this, at least. It was a retake scenario, and I wouldn't count Luxor out of this retake whatsoever. 1 flash goes in. They've got a defuse kit as well, and Alex, who finds 1 headshot. KGP will trade out. Example, a nice shot by him out, so it becomes a 1 versus 1. A flash by Alex. And Alex did spot the play, but Example's not peeking it. Zenity, they've got around. There's a second. And now they'll at least get some economic advantage for a little while. Not quite caught up to schedule. And let's... How many rounds do we think Zenity can get in chat, guys? So I think Zenity can go all the way. So it is Deagles for the Luxor team. They've also got a scout to play with. And not a lot of utility. There were 2 AKs out for Zenity, who for now are playing it quite passive. Luxor, they were predicting some sort of B presence or B momentum. Zenity so far addressing no players in the B area. And Zenity, they're playing it passive. They're hoping that their opponents will either push for an opening kill or to get some sort of info. And they are going to try and commit to the A side, but Spider's close up and personal with a Deagle himself. Can get one. Will it be enough there? Zenity press and push onto the side of Prefire. Isn't going to find anyone. Plexel got a little bit of damage done. Bomber's down on site. And Luxor, they've still got some Deagles and a scout to work with. And a little bit of utility as well, which they might try and use. And Nade is going to find the example. 1 player found, 3 more to go. Alex receiving some damage. A trade kill, and KGP gets himself 2, and EW gets a 3k to save the round for Luxor. They're now going to be on match point, and how unlucky is that from Zenity? They got a couple picks early on, but Luxor on the retake have just been the more favourable team. I don't know what to say about this Zenity side. 16-0 might have put us back on schedule, but Zenity, though, they have sparked a little bit of life. It's not necessarily been enough, but now there's 13 match points for Luxor to play with here. And if you can go back, if you can go into this next game with this large score margin, Luxor will be so pumped up and focused. Luxor, they've got an M4 and 2 AKs to work with, and the SMG is actually doing most of the work at this stage. Alex EW, Spud, and Ziez have each found a kill. Pimmy can't do anything. It ends here 16-2 to Luxor Esports in the game where Zenity just have been completely ripped apart and seen no response whatsoever. It was 13-0 at one stage. And Zenity, Draco's team will hate to look back at that. 13 kills in the end, for example. All the Luxor players between 13 and 20 kills. And Luxor, they'll take that going into the next game. Luxor, they're back in action yet again on the RDYUP GG channel. This time, they'll be taking on the Icelandic team of RDYUP coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Do stick around. I've been Louis 2K, and we'll see you back in a couple of minutes. You guys all ready for this? Welcome back to the RDYUP Amateur League. For our final match of the day, Luxor Esports. They've played 2 games already. They've got a win and a loss under their belt. That loss coming on Mirage earlier. 16-11 loss to 200 Knives, and just now we saw him outplay Zenity in a pretty comfortable win for the Luxor team. 16-2 over on Cash. We are now switching back to Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My mistake. I didn't realise the audio was off. Welcome back to the RDYUP League for this game between Luxor Esports and W. My mistake. Thank you, people in chat, for saying that. I was saying to people to keep watching what's going on. It's a UK production. What can I say? Luxor. It's their third and final game tonight, and they want to try and get a winning start in this second game. Jouty is going to find the opening kill on Zed. It's only a pistol buy for the W team, and so far they're making it all work out quite comfortably at this stage. And AK and Cole's pushed up in apartments, and Stebby is pretty much gifted a nice little kill there. Luxor now, they've got to focus their attention on the B side because one player is pushing. It is Stebby, who's got an MP9 in hand. W slowly, surely working their way up towards this B site. Alex will be the first player to try and hold off anything from the B side. EW, he's so aggressive and so far pushed up from T-Spawn that you can pretty much say that it's going to be a B hit at this point. Jalti will find one shot of the Deagle. At least Spud will find Jeremy as well. There was another kill there for Jalti. And the Deagles have made it worked out pretty convincingly at this stage. AEW is in Palace Apartments. I'm making all these mistakes. I'm sorry. And EW can get a second. I thought he had a slight hint of a chance there. Mufasa can clinch and save the round for W. And a great eco, a great force buy from the W team, who will be able to get AKs invested into this round for Luxor Esports. That result wasn't how they wanted it to turn out. The round there wasn't really that good. Why is there so much beef going on in chat? It's actually amazing. So now it's Luxor Esports who are down to just these pistols. They've got only one player on armor, and that's the best that Luxor can really work with this round. Diaz is still allowed to do some damage at least. DW will get one, but the nade by Jelmy is just too pivotal at this stage. DW is going to be smoked off as Luxor. They've got this mid pressure to work with, but Jelmy, a nice shot to take down Spud, and Alex is allowed to get one. Came close to a second. Has dealt some damage now when they're approaching the B site where Cole's the only Luxor player remains. And he'll be allowed to do some damage with the Deagle at least. Searching to find a kill and finding this second player as well. They are both half HP, and the bomb is of course rotating back towards A. The focus from Cole's is to find this player. Jelmy can clean up, and W will gain the lead. 2-1. For this Luxor team, it started off so well for them, but they are starting on the CT side. It was the opposite round to what they started on last time. Smoke towards top mid as again W trying to acquire some mid control, which they pretty much will. No? Okay. No. Smoke failed. Smoke failed basically is what they were trying to say. Mistake there. I didn't pick up on that. EW though will pick up an early kill on a gel team. And W have at least for now got the mid control to work with, and they'll now be pushing up here. Stebby looks to try and push in. He's got an AK. And they are trying to get something towards the A site. Zia's just turning away at the wrong time. EW will trade out. Find himself a second, and he's still trying to do damage here. Mufasa will deny him a chance to do further damage. Pandaz will find Alex. 3-on-2 situation for the W team. And they've got the side, they've got the bomb down. It's down to Coles and Spud to see what external damage they can do. Spud can't do anything. But can Coles do anything? It's hard to know if anything's going to happen. Coles will just look to get any closing picks. W, happy enough to pick up her third round here in the RDYUP Amateur League. And no damage done by Coles. It was an eco from Luxor. Now this round they will get a full barrel, as will W. The AWP's coming out, the AKs, the M4s are being brought out in round number 5. Our first full gun round is going to be introduced. And what can we expect here from Luxor Esports as they look to respond? Only one player early on aim. That's because they've now got a couple players towards jungle, and I was keeping an eye on Spud just because he did look to be going towards jungle first. EW will spray down 2 early kills to deny, or at least slow down the W push onto the A site. Spud is here in support, but Luxor also closing in on this site where W have yet to get the bomb down. Bomb goes down, and both sides silver bit of utility to try and yield. Ziaz will look to try and yield out any players from Firefox. Stebby falls. Jowty takes some damage. Jowty is in quite a dangerous position. I always thought it was going to be risky staying there. Stebby can only get one before falling. And Pandaz will be caught out by Ziaz. A successful retake. The UK team being quite comfortable with that. Here's a second round for them. And a nice retake. Well done, Luxor. Credits Luxor. Now, I feel like this energy drink isn't really giving me much energy. I've got an energy drink, just a cheap Asda diet charge. Because as a university student, I can't really afford anything. And Az is actually going to take damage without smoke from Ziyaz. I don't feel like Ziyaz really knew about the damage, but Spud, he's also going to take some damage, as is Coles. Luxor now have to play this a little more carefully because W were just trying to push out from numerous angles, and they've done damage. The Icelandic team won't be fully aware of the extent of their damage, but damage has really gone in both directions. Stubby just thought he might have been mollied there by his own team. So just a little careful approach towards the A site for W. Couple of AWPs in play, and again, Spud just watching the passive angle. And W haven't fully committed towards this A site at this point. The bomb was dropped towards top mid. Feel now they'll try and make a bit of an entry for Jelmy. He's aware that jungle and window is clear, but he might not be fully aware of that player towards C team. Luxor now, they're starting to get fidgety and they're moving around all over the place. It looks to be towards the B site where Stubby wants to get an opener, but the bomb is heading towards the A site, and EW's got to do so much work here. He's got a lack of support from his team, really. 20 seconds to get this bomb down. The Molotov delaying things ever more. Agile team. And that's will find the opening kill. Spud got flashed and got ripped apart. 2 ops available in a retake for Luxor. And Pachelmi will easily clear away one of those orbs. On missed shots he has. It's a 4-1-2 and W just searching for this kill. Ziyaz desperately trying to hold on to this off, but he's being pushed in from multiple angles. Alex, he's here to support his teammate and he can't really do anything. The flashes are too powerful. Ziyaz should hold on to this, but he's just being pushed in upon. It's so weird. He can't hold on to the AWP. Just one AWP save for W. The ISPs are forcing you to play an engineer to come out for 180 quid. Yeah, it's a real pain when you have to actually call someone out to get something fixed. Hope you all get up and running soon, Lindsay. What is an eco? I say an eco. It's a force for Alex, who has got an M4, the only player with a primary weapon for the CT side. W a lot of their presence towards the A side as they look to get some smoke set up and pushed out. Oh, some smokes. A perfect little execution, really, to try and shut off Luxor from this site. And Spud's is going to be ripped apart from Palace, meaning Ziyaz has to do lots of work from CT, and he's been smoked off, so he can't do anything. They are going to try a boost, I think. Wonder if this boost works. Nice idea, but no one really going to be found out so far. These 2 Luxor players in CT are all that remain from W picking up their 5th round. And they've got to know where they are now. That little peak, not that good. Coles is still predicting that W will try and find something here. The pre-fire just about worked out with Asa down to low HP. It wasn't going to be enough though. W can get a 5-2 lead. They're looking so comfortable and so happy so far. And you can't rule out W from getting a nice lead on this T side. Oh my god, don't mention EA to me. They'll try and scam you. If EA did CSGO, you know, they'd pay you to log on to the servers, I think. Spud will get 1 kill. Oh, sorry, Mufasa gets 1 kill. Also, Spud fell originally, and Mufasa's got a chance to get a second, but Ziaz isn't going to be committing to this either, and EW is also going to be coming to support him. While W try and get something towards B. The B site completely clear. And at least EW can get an AK and some utility. It is Spud looking to do some damage and will get himself 1 kill before Jeremy can find the trade there himself, and a second with the AWP in his hand. EW spotted the player close up pushing. Stebby's low on HP. Stewie's allowed a kill in their second as well. Just no chance from EW hiding in the smoke. W can clean up another eco from their opponents. To be fair, Valve are almost like EA in the sense that you have to pay for anything. Like, because obviously Valve have released this free CSGO for the spectating and that, haven't they? You can now watch CSGO for free. And if you want to play the game, that'll cost you an extra £15 or whatever it is. Jeremy's going to fall. It is a gun round, which is favouring Luxor. A missed shot by Coles, and Mufasa can simply enough trade up and clean up that kill there. Still, there is an AWP present for the W team. And they've got the mid control comfortably enough. And the A presence, they look to be going towards A, but now that Hajal fell, it does mean they've now got to try and get some sort of entry elsewhere in the map with Spud up close. And it does look to be still towards the A site where they're trying to get an opener. EW and Ziaz, they can clean up the kills. And apart from some missed shots by Cole, Luxor, I'll happily take that round. Six to 3, and Luxor's taking them a while. I feel like the economy hasn't been that favourable to the Luxor team, but if they can get this round, they've got a chance to do something. No mid control going to be challenged for W, with the aggressive AWP play from Coles, giving them some apartments control. Getting lost at this point, but Jeremy will find Spud. A nice little headshot there. And now the man advantage for W, but Coles will find a trade as he shuts down that presence and momentum coming in from the B site from W. Alex is going to fall for Jeremy. And Ziaz could have peeked that to find a player towards top mid, but there wasn't going to be any kills found for now. Now W, they've got the man advantage. There was a little smoke there. And a little flash out. It is Ziaz, the only defensive player for the CTs. And if there's one player you'd want to try and hold off this push, it would be Ziaz. He's slowly getting some support now from Coles. But now at 40 seconds, W, they're going to try and commit and work themselves onto the safe site. There should have been a double peak, really, from the two players in connector from Luxor, but it just didn't quite work out. Coles remains, and Pandaz will find the kill. That gives W a 7th round, and the Icelandic team not really stopping. It feels like a close game in some respects. W's fast play doesn't seem to be working too well with Luxor, and their slow response, I don't know. Also, shout out to Fraser, who's observing. Pandas, and Miss Shotton is actually going to fall. It's an eco from Luxor, and they've now got the man advantage to work with, but as far as they're concerned, this B site will be pretty much clear. The focus will be from short, where Luxor now are holding their players. Alex will do some damage to Jeremy. Instead, he cleans up, and EW not given a shot or a chance to find something. Spud's got an AWP, and he can find one kill. And Coles has found himself an AK, so they've got some weapons. That AWP now lost. And Cole's now lost. I mean, Ziaz just has to play for some information and can get one. And he's just trying to bait out any shots from his opponent. Xiaomi can secure an 8th round for W. And just looking at the scoreboard, 12-5 for Xiaomi. He's been quite a key player so far. Cole's currently 4-10. Someone loved him in chat. Currently not top dog in terms of the scoreboard. But we do have a full gun round yet again. The AWP on the server will be in the hands of VW for the CT side. The aggression being considered by Luxor and a mistake, essentially in itself, but still they're allowed to get a kill as Pajami falls from close range. Pandas, he's still opting to peek this. And Luxor, they're still playing it relatively close, but they've got to be aware of Palace, and Palace has been dealt with. VW wanted the second shot, and what a kill! What an entry from Pandas as Spud falls. He's on 1 HP and almost fell into the Molotov and Tetris. Debbie falls. There's a 2 versus 2 at this point. Bomb goes down, and W are just in full control of this. Alex not given a chance to peek whatsoever. Pandas is 1 HP, and Cole's not even expecting him in that angle. And how good is that from Pandas? His entry was so fiery. It was a fiery tail. And Luxor, they've got all the pauses out of the way now. I don't know. I'm wondering if Luxor have got to the case now where we've played 2 games already. We've played 2 best of ones. Is that now mentally starting to get to them? W, it's their first game. It's their first match. It's their first league game as far as I know. And they're all making it work out. EW falls. Alex also low on HP. And with Coles now dealt with from Pajelmi. My voice is gone. Mufasa really wants his kill in jungle, and Ziez. He has been an influential player throughout the day's games, but not given a chance to really peak or see anything there. 9-3 W. They've got the sight, and Alex is going to fall. But got an AK, and we'll get a second kill out of this as well. W aren't actually on the A site yet, and that the delay here, I mean, Spud could get himself a chance to get himself another kill. The issue is there are AWPs and AKs, and the AK is actually going to fall, and so is the AWP. That's so good by Spud, who's put himself in a one-on-one now. It is Stebby looking to save the round, or will it be Spud to win this round? And what a clutch this would be from the CT, the Irish player. 20 seconds, meaning Stebby's got to go for the spawn plant, and he's got so many angles to try and clear out. So far, all good from the Luxor Academy player, but he's just been able to get the bomb, but Stebby has to commit to the side. He's got no time to rotate, and he does actually have time. This is going to be such a tight call. Just about has time, and you thought Spud had a chance there. This chance has just been made even more difficult as Stebby takes the bomb towards B. Complete spanner in the works. There's a Molotov on site, but Stebby's just going to hold the position which he expects Spud to appear from, and he can save the round from W. That was the closest we've seen Luxor from getting a clutch, and really, really unlucky from Spud. Really unlucky. That was so nice. So nice. I would say it's a T-sided map, but we saw 200 Knives play this map earlier. They started CT, and they had a comfortable CT first half. It was a close first half, but they were definitely on top, I believe, in the first half. EW will find a headshot onto Jouty. Luxor man advantage. And Stebby's quite far out. He's already in Tetris, which means he kind of has to commit to this site. AEW is in Palace with an AWP. The other AWP for Luxor was towards B. Well, sorry, the other AWP's in jungle. You start to wonder if this is going to be Luxor's game with it all. And EW Coles are finding kills. Luxor not out of this. And they've successfully just been able to single out and get these individual kills. Stebby's going to try and keep this chance and momentum alive for W. That's the 14th round. They don't have to go for this. And Stebby is going to fall there. There isn't a lot of money, really, so it might have been a risky call to actually choose to go for this. Now the AWP remains for W. And what can Mufasa try and deliver here? One shot onto EW. Still an AWP in play, but there's the M4, so I can clean up the round for Luxor. W, they were just kind of singled out in Luxor's aggression, especially towards Palace and A's side. They do quite a bit of the work and applied a little less pressure on themselves by getting the opening picks. But yeah, last round, a full bar. And I think Luxor will take a 5-10 half at this stage, if they can get it. The smoke isn't that good towards top mid. Stebby has got a chance to capitalise, but isn't going to be peeking it. That is going to be Spud, finding the opening kill. Spud, the Irish potato. Because Spud means potato. You always had that joke that the word potato, you'd always say it in Irish. Panaz takes some damage and is going to fall to Spud, and they've not actually been allowed onto the site here. It's a UMP and a MP5 which remain, and they're still allowed to find some picks. And W not quite locked out of this round just yet. Stebby's now altered to an AWP. And now AWP allowed to do damage with EW fallen. Coles is on site. With an AWP of his own. Stebby, a 1 versus 2. Nice try. Well, at least Luxor can get a 5th round in. Not fully over and done with yet. At the halftime stage, W, they lead this game 10-5. So yeah, at the halftime stage in this game in the RDYUP Amateur League, it is currently W 10-5 up over Luxor Esports Academy. Luxor, they've played 2 games already today. They won 16-2 on one. They lost 16-11, 16 on the other game. So it feels like for Luxor, just the pressure of having to play so many games might be costing them. If W win this pistol round, they could at least comfortably take on the win, go for the win. Luxor will try and deny this chance for the win, and there was a player looking to be up aggressive for Luxor who are now... Sorry, it was one of the CT players who was going to be pushed up. Stebby, one nice shot as Spud falls, but Diaz can trade out, and Diaz another critical kill to cut out the CT presence. 4-3 for Luxor. We're comfortably on the A site now. Now it's the USPs. They've got to try and retake this, and they've got a kit and a smoke to really try and work with. Fidelity can get one, and one will play close up on CT and Diaz. Useful player. Diaz isn't quite going to find anything. Alex and Mufasa, I've got a kill between them, leaving it in a 2-on-2. And Bajelmi, he's just trying to look for the defuse. He's just going to stick the defuse. Luxor, they're trying to save the round, but the defuse kit is pivotal, and W can take the pistol with a ninja defuse, and Well, Jeremy can't hold on to anything, but he got the round win. Just what they need. 11-5 W. Like, in my head, it's weird. So, W is a letter, but in this term, it's W. And in my mind, when I just think of W, I think of the letter. It works out. So some B presence is what Luxor are now going to try and invest in. The A side didn't work, so they're going to try the B side. Jalty's got himself 2 kills with the UMP at this stage. Coles can trade one, and EW gets another. Luxor, they've done some damage. They're not quite on the site yet. Pandas and the retake is going to find Diaz as well. Jeremy and Stebby clean up. And there's a 12th round for W. Luxor not given a chance in the world. So it does mean they'll get to force out some rifles, some AKs. Some powerful weapons. And I can't really help if there's any spoilers. That's just individual people. That's other people. Just give them spoilers. Either way, W on the CT side are going to work with some mid presence. It's not the best buyout. 2 players at least still treating this as a bonus round with an SMG and a FAMAS still on play. Spud can clean up 1 aggressive player and we'll get a second in for Jeremy. So that's 1 M4 lost and make that a second M4 loss as Jalty can't do anything as he holds off the B sides. And they're trying to be clever here, Luxor, trying to get picks from anywhere to try and throw off this W defense. Luxor, they're making it work out realistically. 3 players low. W, they've got a they've got a chance. It's a big ask, but they've got a shot here. Stebby will hear the bomb go down. Won't quite deny the bomb plant and just trying to be careful. And this is amazing. Just his trigger discipline so good. Can only get 1. He knew where Spud was. The Irish player coming off better, and Alex clean off to find Pandas. So what I felt worked out well there was Luxor. They exploded onto multiple sites. Risky, obviously going in individually, splitting up across the map, but it worked out. They will get a 6th round and force their opponents onto an eco. An eco which includes 2 flashes, a deagle and a 5.7. And they've just been allowed to really push towards top mid. It's an eco for the CTs where they won't find anything for now. The utility on points. That made so good for Pandas. Chelmy is wanting to find something, but Coles will find 1 player rotating from behind, and there's 2 more players who'll have to find at least. Stebby, they're trying to go for a little crossfire, but didn't quite work out. The rifles cleaning up. No casualties for Luxor. So I'd take that. 2 successful rounds for Luxor. Now the buyout is available for the T side, or the CT side. When I say there's a buyout available, just an eco buyout. The economy still not that strong. Luxor now just going to be playing it a little bit carefully, expecting again a potential eco from their opponents as Jalty finds 1 playing aggressive towards Van. He won't quite be allowed to find anyone else for now. EW being risky, but it's going to fall actually to Stebby. The Deagle getting a trade kill. And Alex isn't quite pushing from Palace either, which means he has to fall back. And Luxor, they're going to try and have a swing off this B site. All of them move faster. Trying to do and find any damage. We'll find 1 onto Coles and try to flick down. Wasn't quite going to be enough. Still searching for a kill. Spud gets 1 before getting traded out. Now the rifles are low and Diaz will get 1 at least suitable kill. Stubby's got an AK to work with, and there's also a deagle available. Luxor on 42 seconds. I'll just delaying this bomb plant because they're expecting a player to peek, and as expected Alex to peek. Alex came off better, and that's a denied plant and a great cleanup by Stebby. And W can secure the round. Both sides now going to be allowed to buy out. It was a forced buy from W, the Icelandic team. And if you're Luxor, that just didn't quite work out for you, did it? Really unlucky. So just a default from W. Luxor a default in their own standards. One palace, one ramp, one D-paps, two top mids. And it is Mufasa who was playing aggressive to get the opening kill, but there is a trade over towards the A site. And response smoke, and EW looking so critical of these shots. But Jeremy's trying to get himself another, but Alex is just falling back, playing it safe. Luxor now going to be quick as they try and push out. Jeremy still not falling back from jungle, not losing control of this. The smoke means he is now going to be forced to reposition. It's going to push a smoke, and a great little push as well. And he really wanted that push or the flick. So unlucky. Mufasa is trying to do something now. It's him and Hajal team against Alex and Spud. And Luxor, they've just been able to clock onto the fact that B site's clear. W slowly clocking onto this as well, but they're not fully rotating. With 30 seconds, it's always a tough call this late in the game. Do you have your CT players retake it together, or do you commit to it one by one? I mean, yep, Mufasa's got an AWP. That's going to be mightily dangerous if you just have that play alone. But we'll go down either way for Luxor, who won't quite have this round finished for them quite yet. Into market they go. Alex, he's considering peeking, but Spud's just got the angle which could just shut off the peek entirely, getting not even one kill. Mufasa with the AWP looking so much stronger. Alex, he hears the footsteps of one player towards bench, and he can't quite get it. Another successful retake from W. They're just 2 rounds away from taking this, and Luxor, the chance to go 2-1 in the division, is slowly being gripped away from them. It's sad that they're losing this. Again, W, you put them in these 2-on-2, 1-on-1 scenarios, and they can still find a way to make them work out. The CT side looks strong. This time they'll be utilising a double AWP setup. Their opponents have got AKs. Have a good buyout. No AWP. And all 5 players this time going to be playing a contact play towards a B site. Potentially might use some smoke towards A. Excuse me. Jalty, we've seen him in this position before. And he will look to do some damage, just pushing the smoky W. And Alex, they're going to fall to Jalty with an AK. He wants an ace. Give him the ace. He can't quite get it. Cole will deny him. It's a lovely 4K, which means W go on match point. One last shot. There's at least 8 match points here for W. And I've not really seen a pause come out from either of the team in this map. If there was a pause, it might have been a really short one. Yeah, there was a pause. I forgot when it was, but we definitely had a pause. Goodbye, Jalmi. The scout and EW finding a sufficient headshot, and while Stebby considered pushing it, it would have been a dangerous call entirely. Luxor forced out what they can, and that includes pistols. And Stebby is going to get the trade kill from mid. Alex will find once, but Stebby, the CTs, they're making it work out. It's a 2-on-2. Luxor not quite dead and buried yet. They've got the A site. They've not got the bomb though. And the fact that they've not got bomb could just delay it even more. Mistakes do happen. No, if you hear any sort of clicking, it's to do with the observing between me clicking off the observing and another change in the observations. Luxor, I'm going to give the A site a stab. Hajalti's looking to play it quite aggressive. Stud will find one, but now it's him against Hajalti. M4 against Deagle, and Hajalti, he knows he didn't have to peek this or go aggressive whatsoever. Spud's only got a Deagle. He's got 2 flashes and an 8 just to try and bait out any information, and the bomb wasn't even planted. I didn't even realise that. Bomb's not planted, and Spud really trying to play for the kill. He will at least get the bomb down. And he's got himself an AWP now to work with, but he's just been spotted. Hajalti, he will win it. Luxor Esports, they only get 1 win in their 3 games tonight. W, a great showing for them, and that's 2 wins now for the Icelandic team. In the end, 20 kills for Hajalti. Pajelmi, he was so good with the AWP. We saw Pajelmi, even on that first half, he had some great kills, but a brilliant result nonetheless. Luxor Esports, they played 3 games today. They could only manage 1 win. Whether that was to do with their preparations or just their approach going into the day, or just the fact they had to play 3 games. All key reasons why it might not have worked out. Thank you to everyone who's joined me for the games tonight. I do appreciate all the support which everyone's given me. Everyone in chat, thank you all for joining me. Thank you to RDYUP for letting me do this. Shout out to Fraser at MLG Fraser on Twitch. He did the observing, the top quality observing. And yeah, all that's left for me to say is follow RDYUP GG on all their social medias: Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Visit their website, visit their Discord. All the links are down below in the Twitch stream. But I've been Louis2K. You can follow me on Twitter at Louis2K_. And follow the Observer, Spooky Fraser. We will see you all again in the future for some more action in the RDYUP Amateur League.